Hey guys, it's 100. I'm here with a minion update. So I cleared Simulacrum with my Dawn of the Hunt gear character. Right, we did it on Standard League, and I managed to get it in before the nerfs on my main Dawn of the Hunt character. So enjoy that. I have that in there that'll play in the beginning, and then I go into the gear, the changes I've made. I've made quite a bit of changes, a lot of changes to the league, or a lot of changes to the character, all based on, you know, the availability of currency and stuff like that. I go over my thoughts on, you know, how and where I want to go with the build, but it's all just pending on like whether we get the funds to do it or not. But yeah, check it out. I tried Simulacrum +1, and I'm pretty sure that's impossible. +0 is pretty, you know, doable. +1 is impossible. But anyway, enjoy the video. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy the week. Peace out. Bye. I really am curious. Right, we're running. I need to see if this is good. I think this is good. We did it with 12 last time, but now I have a shock bot. I'm gonna put in... Dang, should I put it neural overload? Should I go with my setup for CC? I'm gonna try the CC setup, because the CC setup is pretty good. It builds up fast. And it works on Kosis and the... What's his face? So we're going to take a hit to DPS. Well, look at his hit to DPS. We took a big hit. 16k. Okay. Everything good? Let's go. We're supposed to have infinite retries too. Let's go see if this is a real infinite retry. I don't think it is.
Remember this ramshackle you stood against so many powers and yet so many things.
And I should probably run my my sigil. Because I don't really know how long the Sigil of Power will run. Sigil of Power runs for almost like a minute. Almost a whole minute, which is a long time. That's like enough time to get us through, halfway through the round. If it could get us, if the Sigil could stay up the whole round, dude, it's in the bag. It is actually in the bag. Oh, you know what? I need Focus Curse. Focus Curse is way better here. Instead of regular, this type of cursing with Hex Bloom. Cursing an area is way better. Okay, so the Sigil didn't last the whole time. It lasted like almost the whole time. That's pretty good. Where's Focus Curse? We should put that in there. Where's the chest? Stash. Okay. Or Cursed Ground, or whatever it's called. Here it is. Cursed Ground. Seven seconds of Cursed Ground. Okay.
This is only the beginning.
Wow, that did a lot of damage. I saw the homies take a hit. Because once they die, once they start dying, it's over. Ooh, 89% increased physical damage. It's only T3. Level 81. Man, hopefully we get a good item. You figured out how to get 2 pain offerings? What do you mean? Using the Dance Macabre? Dance Macabre uses 2 pain offerings. Like how to get them to both the use Sacrificial Lamb? I have not, if that's what you're talking about. It still picks it randomly. I'm not seeing neural overload pay off. I'm really not. So we're gonna take it off. Man, I'm wondering if it's worth it to have Withering Presence. I don't think it is. As long as we kill all the trash, we can focus down the bosses, it'll be all right. Because we don't have time to build up, you know, build up damage like that. I could use a 5-socket pain offering though. 5-socket pain offering with Fawn of Blood. I think that would be pretty key. Let me go check. How much is a pain offering? 5-socket. Because we need as much help as we can get to get through those get through waves 10. So pain offering, gem socket 5, 20 chaos. What does quality do on pain offering? I don't even know if I have quality on this guy. Meters to minion aura radius, huh? Shit, let's go do that real quick. There we go.
Yes. On with the work.
Okay. Back to it. Look at that. That one jump AoE slam took out a lot of health from all these guys. I'm kind of like, I don't know. They can't die. And that was all that's all physical damage. So if you take 20% physical damage reduction, it might be worth it.
Are you trying to cleanse yourself of me?
a divine orb. Yes.
All part of my plan. No.
All right, we got our money back. We got our money back for running this.
Now.
I'm slow on getting that pain offering back up. Gotta pay attention.
I think not.
Where's the chest? I'm like taking my sweet time doing this. Let's see. Okay, wave 10.
You can't get rid of the exile.
Obey me. Too soon.
Okay. The small map. Wave 10. Dang. Can I get another one? No. 4 healers?
Nothing you do matters. The dream will end. Dreamer will pass into the next world.
The fuck? That's taking a long time to die. Why did it take so long? %72% increased monster life. Hmm. Oh shit. Positioning.
Now.
Dang, these guys have a lot of elemental res. That's why. Why is your elemental res so high, bro? You're not being cursed? No, dude, this green color for the stellar amulet is such a troll. Okay. Let's go change. I don't like that cursed zone thing. We're gonna take focus curse so that way I don't have to constantly aim and shift the curse area. Where's focus curse? There it is.
Do you not wonder what
Now.
streams of fate? What satisfied this beckons you to fall?
Fucking blue guy. Oh yes, I got a fear. Okay. Get out of there.
Obey me.
These fuckers are just porting on me. Positioning. It's okay to be far away from everybody. Just gotta kill the ads. Oh fuck! Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Back in time, I see. Yeah, dude. Ooh, okay. I just learned that cursed ground does not curse these bosses. If they're standing in cursed ground, it's like they're not in anything. They don't give a fuck. Hold on, we gotta put our stuff away. My heart's beating. Hang on, I need to take a piss, dude. Or I piss my pants. Woo! Okay. Of course, they're probably levitating for GGG. Yeah, dude. Let's go clear our bag. All right, we're gonna savor this. We're on wave 14. We just beat the trouble wave. The trouble wave is 13. But then 14 and 15 last time when I did this on standard was really tough. It was really scary. So. Oh, wait a minute. What was that? 100 something energy shield? It's a T6 energy shield. Prefix. I'm gonna keep it. Maybe get lucky and combine it with a random boot. By the way, for Simulate Infernalist is probably better as you are low mana most of the time. It's fine. It's because a one pot's fine. I wouldn't be low mana if I didn't need fucking Chaos Innoculation. So I can at least get all of the tankiness from Infernalist plus 1 extra minion for 7% more damage. But you think it's worth sacrificing? I don't know. Unholy Might's pretty good. You think it's worth sacrificing that? Unholy Might? Extra 40% chaos damage?
Of course.
Because for the most part, I'm not really that low mana all the time. And if I am, it's only for like a second or two. Because once I heal up, you know? Once we heal up, we're okay. Robe. Because you have to curse a lot. Oh, this one, I noticed now that I don't have to curse a lot. I only need it for the big ones. I was, like right now, we're prepping. See, we're back up. Now we're just here. Here doing this. These guys, I gotta curse. Oh, get away, get away. Heal. Just let them thin it out. Shit, minions are dying. Accidentally used my convalescence. We're okay. I'm not even fucking thinking to use my pain offering. I'm making sure that we survive. Okay. We're gonna wait.
I think not.
It's not a pun intended or anything. It's just really easy to get below 50 mana with high level curse. Oh yeah, for sure. I understand. I know what you're saying. Okay. We're gonna wait for our convalescence to come back up. Oh, dude. I did panic for a second and I started just fucking button mashing, doing some Tekken shit. I'm gonna get all this bounty. Get all of this bounty. Get all of it. Okay, last one. What is this? Remove charges on hit, monster damage, ailment threshold, critical hit chance, so don't get hit.
Believe me, you will fall exile.
Now.
Keep the pain offering up. Work on positioning. Get away. Come on, boys. Omniphobia is almost down. Oh, don't one-shot me, please. Use the convalescence. Drop an arrow on this bitch. Nice, we got it. And just what I wanted, bro. Closed helm? Dude, this thing's worth some fucking bullshit. Okay. Yeah, for the build update, this is the crew that I'm rolling with for this one. I've changed the Frost Mage to a sniper minion because of spirit cost. One of these guys will allow me to get a whole nother Storm Mage. That's why I have these guys and I retired the Frost Mages. The Frost Mages are great. I just wish I had enough spirit to run it. Otherwise, I would. And then I'm running 3 clerics here just to keep everybody alive. It's just so much nicer to keep everybody alive with more than 2. I mean, 2 is fine. Mapping it's fine. 1 is fine. But if I'm doing something where I'm bossing, I kind of want to have more. And so far, it's been kind of helping, and it's kind of noticeable for me. Convalescence here, we're still cheating. This still works, even though it's on weapon set 1, even though it's only on weapon set 2. We have a Terracotta Warrior. This guy's just here for muster. And then this guy off of the Rattling Scepter, so also helping out for muster. So that's the composition makeup of the team. Okay, so let's go over the gear. I'm gonna go over each piece and like we'll price check them as we go too, so you can kind of see where we're at. So I have a double socketed trench timber +2. I got 2 Escapas in here. The Escapas I think they're cheap now, man. They're not like 4 divines like they were last league. It's just a pain. You gotta you know, farm it for yourself, get through Trial of Chaos. Trial of Chaos also seems a little harder, but you know, eventually you'll get them if you try to farm for them. So let's put this in here. Check sidekick. Put 2 sockets. Right, level of minions +2. 20 chaos. I got this guy for 2 divines at the start of the league. Right, so I lost out on my investment here. So pretty good change if you wanted that. If you want that piece of gear. So let's look up the helmet. My helmet's 301 energy shield. It's a lot. It's a good amount. +2 minions and then double res. One day I might try to corrupt it and see what we get. 7 divines. A lot. This guy is a lot. I think the way I got this was I recombined it. That's exactly what I did. I recombined energy shield and I believe a +2 minion skill. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. It's in a short. I have a short of it and it actually recombined it. Let me check real quick. Hang on. Okay, so yeah, I did recombine this. So here it is. I had a 2% success rate. I did T4 energy shield and a +2 minion level. 2% success rate and it actually went through. So that's cool, right? So that's where I got this helmet from. That's what I remembered. I got this and then I slammed it. So, oh man, how much was that? 7 divines for this? Wait, only 2? No, wait. Yeah, 7 divines. That hurts. That kind of hurts. That's a lot. So, try to get lucky. See what you guys can get. This guy, this amulet. I got this amulet. I have quick response on it. I go into why later. Strength +3 levels and spirit. Right. I paid 6 divines for this guy. Yep, exactly. So 6 divines also. So it's kept its value. Ideally, I kind of want something now with all res. I want something with a little bit of all resistance because since we're playing with these 2 rings and these 2 rings both have 0 resistances, I need to make up the difference somewhere so that way I can have chaos res on other spots because I hate using CI. I don't want to use CI, but I have no choice but to use CI because I can't afford other gear. So that's how that's playing out. As far as the scepter, this guy, I need a shop for a new scepter. Prices for scepters are actually not that bad. They are not that bad. Hold on. So spirit, what is this, 152? Is mine 152? Mine's 146. Why does it say 152? Oh, anyway. +4 level. Because I have crit chance here, and I'm not using the crit chance whatsoever. So here is +4. Spirit, let's say 46. Keep it the same. 3 divines. I paid 6 for this scepter. What did I pay 6? I paid between 4 and 6. I know that. But, yeah, I'm not using this crit hit chance. So I can see myself upgrading. 49 spirit. If I can find something with, like, maybe attack speed? Like, even this intelligence mod right here. Even this intelligence mod is better than my crit hit chance from setup for my storm mages. Obviously, increased attack damage. Presence increased attack damage is going to be, like, the best one. Yeah, and those ones go for... I'm thinking those ones go for a lot. Increased cast speed, 6%. It's kind of low. So, maybe if I did that, if I went this route, I would try to get a new scepter. And maybe we can get something better. So, 4 divines. I got this one. I'm pretty sure it was between 4 and 6. It wasn't that crazy. The most expensive thing that I remember is this. My amulet was 6 divine. It's rough. The evergrasping ring. Man, for these guys, it can get expensive. You want to put not corrupted. 25. Right. I paid 1 divine, 55 exalts for both of these together. Right. Individually, I bought them. So right now, 25. These are pretty decent, right? 25x or 25 chaos. So right around 1 divine, because a divine right now is around 29 chaos, 29c. So that's about right. I paid 155, so very similar. The low roll's kind of high though, 12% increased damage. Mine are 7 and 8. Obviously with chaos modifiers, but I also have 24s. I didn't get 25s. I just got 24s. So I'm missing the perfect roll, which I can live without. I can live without the perfect roll. See, it goes down quite a bit. 8 chaos below from 20 chaos. So is that one, that 1% really gonna like break the bank or, destroy your build? Not really. I wouldn't do that. I would just go for the 24s. Unless it's gonna like eat your soul alive or something. This chess piece, how did I get this chess piece? I can't remember. I didn't pay much for this chess piece. I got it really early in the league though, so there's a little bit of advantage. Oh wow, not bad. 562 though. I have 621. So let's go 600. Change spirit to 44. 75 chaos, so around 2 divines for the 626 chess piece. Yeah, 2 divines going rate. If I wanted to upgrade to a 700, 15. Ugh. Quite a big jump. This would be the most expensive piece of gear if I was to do this. 15. This is not bad. 720. This is really good. Okay, then you start to climb up. 720s, 25s. Yeah. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. At 800 for 30. Yeah, we're waiting. We're just waiting. See what happens. As far as the gloves are expensive. Gloves have always been expensive. It's a tight market for gloves. It must be hard to roll or something. So energy shield 200. Look at this. 10 divines already. It's a little bit better than mine. Right? I have more intelligence. This one has 2 more lightning res. This is basically the same as mine. This is 239. Mine's 223. It's a little bit better, but 10 divines. The market is insane. It's insane. I did not buy these gloves for 10 divines. I'm sure I got this between 2 and 4 divines. Something like that. So for the new players starting out, just getting the end game, I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you guys. That's rough. That's super rough. This belt, man, trifecta belt. 3 slot, and mine is also 3 charm slots. You're not gonna believe what I got mine for. I got mine for, I think I got it for like 1 divine or something. I got it from somebody, I don't know, some amazing soul out there sold it to me. I couldn't believe he sold it. It might have even been for 50x. I can't even remember. But see, if you look at these, man, 7 days, 3 days ago, and this is only 1 charm slot. On Sidekick, we can't search charm slots. I'm sure this one has 3 charm slots, so 4 divines. 4 divines for a trifecta belt with 3 charm slots. Going rate is around 4 divines. So see, that's a lot. All those divines right now for this build, we're easily clearing, if you're making something similar, you're clearing 10, entering 15. We're almost up at 20 divine range. And here are these boots. These boots, I actually slammed this. It came with no movement speed, and I actually slammed 35 movement speed on this. And these boots are overinflated in price. I would not buy 35 move speed boots. Like if you're looking at it, see, what is this? It looks cheap, right? This is 112 energy shield. As soon as I put in 225 energy shield, 30 divines, 40 divines, right? And I'll tell you right now, no one is buying this. Yeah, don't feel bad about not being able to buy this, because I tried selling my boots, which are like close and like similar in range. Mine even has, these are triple res though, so I can see why they're expensive. Mine just has rarity. But I tried selling mine for 15, 20, down to 15, and no one would buy it. So it's kind of hard. It's hard to sell and make money in this in this economy for some reason. Not enough people playing. Drops are kind of bad. But yeah, so that's my gear, right? The biggest thing is just trying to keep trying to build around these rings, because these rings give you a lot of extra chaos damage, and just trying to build your resistances to have max resistances. Ideally, I would like to have full chaos res without CI, because there's just so many more advantages not having chaos inoculation. And those are the pieces. That's all the gear I've got right now. Just a random chiming staff over here. I could probably use a chiming staff with plus spell level, so that way the sigil of power is a higher level sigil of power. I just haven't found one. Let's look at skill gems. Sacrificial lamb still sucks. It only sacrifices one of the warriors. The other one is random. Culling strike, eternal flame, just to keep them keep the ignite lasting as long as possible for stormfire for the shockbot. And infernal legion. This is the new guy. It's got a little sniper, heavenwood bidding, scatter shot, heft, and magnified effect. If you look at his gas arrow explosion, though, it's 30k, right? 3 of them, so 90k. And then with the 100% extra chaos damage that I'm doing, that makes it basically a 180k nuke. And this thing can crit, even though it's a really low chance. Still can crit, so you never know. My Storm Mage, Arcane Tempo, Controlled Destruction, right? Feeding Frenzy, Muster, and Elemental Focus. So this is in here for even more damage. There's 2 ways I run this. Well, let's take a look at them. Arc, we're doing 17.9k DPS, right? And there's how many of these guys? 11? Let's do that math real quick. All right, let's pull up the calculator so you can see it. 11 of them, and then what was it? 17.9, I believe. 11 of them, 17.9. How much damage is that? 17.9 times 11, right? So this much DPS per second, and a whole 100% of extra chaos damage. So times 2, 393k DPS, right? And I don't know how the calculation ends up. I think it's shock first that gets added to this 196. 196. And then shock is around, with voltaic mark, it's 39%. So let's say best case scenario, right? Extra damage of this much. So plus 196. We're doing this much damage. And then times that by 2, right, for extra chaos damage. 500,000. Not that much damage. It was we were doing way more damage. Way more damage on our standard league character. So we still cleared it. Still cleared the Simulacrum. Because those guys were pushing 20k last time. One of the things I do want to show, though, some other choices that you can have for that 5th slot. You can have some fun choices in here. Where are my other skill gems? I usually, when I'm mapping, I do like to use this setup. Electrocute and Neural Overload. I take the Elemental Focus off. And I put this Neural Overload in here. And what happens is, you build up Electrocution with your Storm Mages. And then these guys electrocute. So you get like a 4-second stun. And it does happen. It does carry out. You do see it happen to rares. It does happen to bosses when it just depends on how fast it builds up. On T4 Pinnacle bosses, it never works, so you can switch that out. The only thing is, because we're so skimp on the passive tree, the DPS goes down from 17.9 to 15.9, 16k, so I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. It's nice when it happens. It really is. It's really noticeable. But for the Simulacrum, I'd rather have that 17k, that almost 18k DPS. If I only had more points on the tree to allocate everything, and maybe get these guys to level 32. Maybe I would drop this. But who knows? I have a shock bot here. I didn't have a shock bot last time. I just went all DPS. So the shock bot's got conduction, overcharge, lightning exposure, and stormfire. Like maybe I could just scrap this guy and have another storm mage to have 12. It really just depends. I think it's fine having the shock bot for the Simulacrum. Conductivity here. Focus Cursed, Heightened Cursed, Hex Bloom, and Inspiration, because it does use a lot of mana. But I kind of like having it to use at least a decent amount of mana, because you need to get those stages of Sigil of Power. Okay, man, quick question. What about Vis Mortis chest plus Infernalis? What's the Vis Mortis chest? I don't even know what that is, dude. Then you basically don't lose DPS at all, but you get a lot of defense. Oh, you're talking about the Grand Warrior Invictus or whatever? I don't know, man. It doesn't have that much shield, right? The Warrior Invictus is? It doesn't have as much shield as this. But you're right, you can get a lot of elemental res. You can get a lot of elemental res. Easy. Which will then allow you to get chaos res. Single chaos reses on these with high shield. But I think the Warrior Invictus don't have 700 freaking energy shield. Your minions have unholy might. No? What do you mean? Give us some insight. Because I wouldn't mind changing. Because I hate using Chaos Innoculation, dude. I don't like it. It makes it feel... If Chaos Innoculation is nice, you know, makes you save money on gear. It also cancels out the damage you take from extra Chaos damage from these rings. But I like the freedom of not having it. And then the fast mana recharge. No, it has like 300 ES, but your minions have Unholy Might base. I'm still confused. So don't my minions always have Unholy Might base? What do you mean? But yeah. Sorry, I'm not I'm misunderstanding, Ash. Vis Mortis. Oh, so it's a different chess piece. Okay, let's go look. Take a look. Take a look at this. Minions have 50%. Ooh, reduce life, bro. It's basically a whole Lich Ascendancy. That is true. Slap this on the Infernalist. But man, look at this energy shield. So much energy shield, dude. Outrageous amounts of energy shield. And we've already established that they butchered Minion's life and the passive tree. You can't really take so many things. Because my minions right now have 4k life. And then they would come down to 2k. And in that Simulacrum, whenever one AoE would hit, it would knock them down 75% and take off their energy shield. So you end up in a bad... Well, and I did have them wipe like twice where I had to run around. So it could be good. Hopefully they, you know, we get some type of buff that allows us to really make it worth it. Because you could run this, huh, on the Infernalist and have tons of spirit. Tons of spirit. But man, look at this, bro. How do we fix this? 100 energy shield. I don't know how we would fix that. But yeah. Back to this inspiration. Mod, have you considered... Yeah, you lose quite some ES, but you take 20% less damage because of Doggo, right? Doggo doesn't do 20% damage debuff. They removed it, dude. They nerfed our dog. They nerfed Lassie. Then you get like 70% spirit on top of that. Physical damage taken as chaos and elemental damage taken as fire. Yeah, that's true. Altered Flesh is good. If the Doggo still did 20% damage reduction, but it doesn't. Have you considered running a companion tame beast for their aura buff? I have, but I need to get Dex. And I can get 100 Dex. I would need a companion that only consumed like 30 spirit though, because if you look at how much spirit I've got, 463. So if we even got, let's say we got the perfect companion where it's only 35% is what it takes, right? What's 463 times 0.35? 162 spirit, bro. Homie's gonna be taking 162 spirit. What is that? I would have 6 Storm Mages, dude. See, I need to get 162 spirit off. That's impossible. Yeah, that's a lot of spirit, but he is tankier and has his buffs. I know. I don't think those buffs, because we lose like from 11 to 6. That's more than half DPS loss, dude. So it's not, dude. I really wish we could use a companion. Yeah, I was thinking about Tame Beast, but it costs too much for Haste Aura. Yeah, it costs way too much. It's not worth it. And then on top of that, I hear they die. They die if they're low level. Like if you have like a, you know, level 10 or whatever, they're gonna keep dying. And then you have to allocate maximum points in minion resurrection. So that's another like set of points you lose. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of rough. It's slim pickings. Definitely being able to be creative in the game, build flexibility is down the drain. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Skeletal Cleric, level 31. These guys, get them as high as you can. Try to get them to live as long as you can. Heal as much as they can. Convalescent still bugged. I'm surprised they haven't nerfed this or fixed it. It's probably because the game is trash and they want to keep it in so that way we're not complaining about shit. Terracotta Soldier. This guy's just here for muster. I have the Voltaic Mark. Just make sure you put maximum quality on this because you get 15% more effect of your shock. Yeah, no, GGG killed my creativeness. Dude, it totally destroyed mine, dude. All of it. I give up. Gonna continue my agony. All right, Ash, I'll see you, dude. And Pain Offering. I would like to have a 5th socket so I can put in Font of Blood to help with more healing. You could also have Font of Rage in here. But Persistence, more uptime, Ablation, right? We're on CI. And if you're on Eternal Life, you're not even going to lose any life, so this is good. Dance Macabre, sacrifice another one for more buff effect. And then more distance with Expanse. Also, you want to quality this guy because 2.4 extra meters to minion aura. That's basically almost the whole map, probably. I made some divs yesterday. I got my turkey leg. Nice, dude. You just missed it. I got a ritual, right? And a dextral annulment popped up. Fucking dextral annulment, bro. I did 4 ritual altars and I only had 1600. Dude, I didn't have enough ritual favor. I did 4 altars, dude. And I had 1640 favor and a dextral annulment. It was 1680. Dude, it was terrible. Terrible. What a waste. 3 divines gone. An audience popped up and I couldn't defer. Yeah. And now it was even with half deferral, dude. Such a bullshit. That's like 18 div, isn't it? No, the dextral annulment's only 3 divs. Let me see. If I look at this now and it's 18 divines, I'm gonna be so sad. Oh no, it was a sinestral annulment. Sorry, not a dextral. It was this one. Yeah, see, so at the time of looking it up, it was 3 divines. Is that one? How much is it? Is it dextral annulment? Oh, it's not even. It's only 4. That sucks. But yeah, so 3.8. But yeah, so I've been running rituals, dude, and so far, I mean, so that's how I've been getting all my upgrades. I've been running rituals. I know people have other better ways of making currency and stuff, but that's kind of what I've been doing. So we just beat Simulacrum T0, but I also died to T4 Expedition Boss. His cheap ass. I got slowed, then I got killed. So let's go over my stats. We just went over the jewels, right? How we're doing a bunch of stuff. Different things you can do. Went over the gear. So here's my stats. I don't even have everything maxed because it's really hard to try to get good gear to max everything out. And I don't want to put in runes that are like lightning resist, right? As much as possible, but I have this in here. Here's my chaos res, only 10. I've been crafting and getting some luck. Dude, I need help. You need to give me some luck. So these are the stats, right? Energy shield is only 8,500. I did have this at 9,000, but it's all depending on the passive tree. And right now, this is my passive tree. I have it set like this, right? I'm running Grand Spectrum jewels. I have a Grand Spectrum here, and I have 3 of them. That's how I have 450 spirit. I don't like taking this. I really, really don't like taking Chaos Innoculation, but I have to in order to max out my resists. The thing too, let's talk about Chaos Innoculation real quick. If you have that, right, and if you look at my Ascendancy, I am not taking Soulless Form or Eternal Life. If you take Soulless Form with CI, you're going to lose mana. You're going to degen mana constantly. So I do not want to have that. So instead, I have this. I'm taking Blackened Heart, Rupture of the Soul, and the Phylactery. So with the Blackened Heart and my mana, I easily have 100% extra chaos damage. Just to show you what it looks like. Let's go.
Yes.
do this.
I must keep count here.
Right? Look at my mana. Just constantly going down. So, it's kind of a pain in the ass. You could probably get away with it by using potions and stuff. Right? Look at a degen. The thing is, I'm cursing a lot. So, it does suck because I'm really using... Well, if I was doing this, I wouldn't have Rupture of the Soul, so maybe I wouldn't curse. Right, maybe if I didn't have this, I would just... Or maybe you could run Blasphemy, but Blasphemy costs, I think, 54 Spirit. It's a lot. 54 Spirit, that's a lot of Spirit for Blasphemy. Maybe even 60. So, we're not using that. The other thing, too, is if you do decide to run CI, you can't take this node. You can't take Heavy Buffer. This 5% damage taken bypasses Energy Shield. Because if you have Heavy Buffer and you get hit, you're instantly dead. Yeah, so that sucks. This is a 40% maximum energy shield that I can't take. It's a pain in the ass. You could take Heavy Buffer if you're doing Eternal Life. You could definitely take Heavy Buffer. But the problem is if you have CI, Soulless Form, you degen mana. So what I would like to do is not take this. And if I had enough money, have my reses maxed. I have my resistances maxed, right? Not have CI, and then you could take this Heavy Buffers for, you know, this 5% bypass plus this 10% bypass. That's 15% damage mitigation right there, right? And then you also have that 40% increased maximum energy shield. So CI sucks. CI sucks, but you know, I have it just because I'm a poor. But this is how the passive tree is laid out. I actually had the path this way. I didn't want to path this way, but I needed the extra energy shield. So I pathed this way and I got rid of these 8%ers. And instead, these 8%ers, I filled them out over here. Over here. And here for these 10%ers. I mean, maybe there's probably more things I could do. We gotta go this way, get the energy shield. I used to have the mana regeneration rate, but I just lost quality of life and decided to just use mana pots. Here's increased minion life. I didn't take any of these. I only have this one. This 40% right here. I'm taking these guys because it's on the way to attack speed, 20% movement speed. Taking all of these energy shields, as much energy shield as I can get. There's one right here, Spiral into Desperation, that you can take too. With this, it pushes me up to, I think like 9,500, which is a lot, right? Pretty good. It's a really good deal. Really good deal. Like I kind of want to get Spiral into Desperation, but I have to give something up. And I either have to give up like minion damage, these guys. So maybe I could give up this 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I don't even want, and then maybe this 1, 2, 3, so 7, right? So for mapping, maybe I could give that up and take this for more energy shield. The thing is, you really want to have maximum elemental res on your minions. You really want maximum elemental res because they will die, and it does suck. Maybe if you could work around them dying for this elemental res, right? If we could just work around it, then I could take Spiral into Desperation. I can get rid of this 30%. This is a lot though. This is 30% extra damage and a 25 revive. And these, and then we can get 1,000 energy shield. The other thing that we have to take is this energy shield recharge delay. We're taking these ones and these guys over here. Together, recharge delay is 1.8. So it's not bad. Not bad at all. The one thing I didn't touch on for my inventory is I have long distance relationship allocated here. I don't know if I'm going to stick with that because for Simulacrum, that's kind of a dead node, right? Anointing this. It's kind of dead for Simulacrum because, you know, presence area of the place is pretty small. Minions have 20% increased area of effect. I'm not even using Frost Mages anymore, so maybe I'll get rid of it. And then you can put in, where is it? Where's Quick Response? Quick Response is here somewhere. That's another reason why CI is trash for this. Is not that it's trash. I shouldn't say trash. There's too many negatives having CI. Like if you have Quick Response on, You see how it's when not on full life? Being 1 out of 1 life for Chaos Innoculation cancels this out. So you only get the 20%. When you had this guy on Eternal Life where your life couldn't change, if you just like put in, like took off the strength and then put it back, it would take away like 20 life and you'd be locked there. And then you'd have permanent uptime of 50% faster energy shield recharge. And it's like 1.4 or something like that. It was really nice. But because we have CI is ruining all our fun. What else is in the passive tree that we should go over? Taking all the spirit as usual. Basically, the moral of the story is there's so many things to take and to tailor and watch out for that it's really hard to make one passive tree where I feel like it does pinnacle bosses, it does mapping, it does simulacrum, all at the same time. There's too much I have to give. And the only way to counteract that is to have 50 divines worth of energy shield, high tier, top tier, triple res gear, which sucks. It's a sucky feeling. Here's all this stuff, all the stuff in green, all the green slime. That is for Sigil of Power, right? Oh, here's another one, Grand Spectrums. I have these 3. I would like to have a 4th socket. I can't even find 3 points to spare. I could probably take this off. I could take these guys off if I didn't care, and then I could put 3 sockets here so I can have another jewel and another jewel for attack speed, attack, and energy shield, so I can have more stuff. Let's go see what happens if I do that, actually. Right, we'll sacrifice that much energy shield. We'll put in another socket. And all these jewels are ones that I found. So here's one that's attack speed and damage. I wish, and it's got presence of effect. I wish I had energy shield. It doesn't. But we slot that guy in there. And our arc is magically 19.5 DPS. Really good for mapping. You know, feels good. Problem is, resistances drop to 40. Maybe it's fine. Maybe I'll run another simulacrum like this and see how it feels. Because a lot of DPS is always nice. More area presence. Yeah, so basically need more points. Gotta get more points. We don't have enough points in the passive tree. Gotta get level 100, which is you know, tall order. But yeah, that's the build update. So we got Simulacrum 0 down. Sounds kind of like a negative build update because I'm complaining about a bunch of stuff. But really, it's just like there's not enough leeway for creativity, which I kind of don't like. And then I've had this idea. I've been talking to people about this idea. This is my idea. Ask a few people already, you know, because I gotta cement this argument right here. Right, the whole point for GGG is to make money. Make money, sell MTX. Get people to play the game, get people to like the game, sell MTX. Right? And I had this thought. What if you just let currency drops? Just 10x that stuff, right? Like, let's say you're getting at least 5 to 10 chaos every 2 maps. And then maybe a divine every 2 maps. Basically, the idea is for you to be able to pull the gamble lever on Omen of Whittling on your gear 10 times, or maybe say between 5 and 8 times per 3-hour play session, right? So then it would allow mid-level and low-level people to kind of roll for better gear. I mean, obviously, the arguments is like, you know, new players don't even craft or whatever. But I feel like if there was a lot of mats and it was easy and accessible for people to get mats, then it would make them really not care about gambling for gear, right? And then the argument is like it would boost prices in the economy for trade. But then would I buy something that was 100 divine if I knew that I could craft it? Right? Because I mean, if you only have 3 hours to play, but you play every day, that's what, 5 to 7 spins on better upgrades? Is that better than the economy we have now, where you have to pay like, you know, you can't even get 15 divines for an upgrade? And do you remember my boot prices? These boots were like 50 divines. Like, why on earth would you even attempt to buy something like this? Look at this boot. It doesn't even exist. 35. Well, damn. Never mind. You can just buy this boot for 2 divines. Well, let's go put in shield. No energy shield. 50 divines, right? For this boot. Why would you do this? Why would you pay 50 divines when you could just try to craft this? You can literally just get one that doesn't have movement speed, and then you can just whittle this. You can keep whittling it and trying to get movement speed or something. You know, especially if you're getting 10 pulls to try to get movement speed on this. 10 lever spins in a 3-hour session. But I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking about it. There's a lot of downsides are back in PoE1 when they had that, because whittling is expensive as fuck. Exactly. So what if you made it to where whittlings were on every omen page? Every page, right? Every ritual you go into, whittling. Every time. So like adjusting the drop rate so that way you can whittle and you can craft gear with a chance of 5 to 8 chances per 3-hour gaming session. Right? So that way everyone has a chance. And then more people would play. I mean, don't tell me people wouldn't play if they were getting really good currency to try to upgrade their items, right? And then because as a consequence of more people playing, more opportunity for people to buy MTX. And then you look at the age group of people that buy MTX, it's people that can only pay 3 hours a day anyway. But I don't know if I'm making any sense. I'm probably not making any sense. I'm here talking in a vacuum. So some other good arguments too. What was I saying? I forget. But yeah, I was wondering like, why don't, like if you look at True, I spend too much on MTX, right? See, and then look at it, and the other argument is, what about the blasters? They're gonna get bored in 2 weeks. I don't think so, man. Because imagine if you're getting all this currency to craft your gear, you would do what anyone else does that likes this game. You would make different builds, right? You would get gear, try a different build. Like there's so many different gears or so many different types of summoning, making different minions work that you need different gear. So I would spend my time crafting and trying to get gear to try different things. I think the crackdown needs to be on the RM tiers. Yes. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like there would be no need to RMT if we were getting fucking currency. Like why the hell would I even, care about inflated prices if I can make it myself? But then it has the consequence of the game then becomes a chase item game, right? Because you can't craft these. You can't craft evergrasping rings. You can't craft, whatever it is. Then you got to save money to attempt to get these items, or it would turn the game into where it's a boss hunting game, right? It becomes a boss hunting game now. They're increasing the speed of the season from months to weeks. Yes. I don't like that. But, those are my 2 cents. This is the build update. As far as mapping, we're mapping super strong. Mapping is crazy. Maybe we should do a map. Let's go do a map to show it off. Let's go show off mapping speed. Hold on. We need a map that's easy on the eyes with a boss. Oasis. Yeah, Oasis is fine. But yeah, if you look at this, there's a couple things you can play. Because we have Rupture to the Soul, there's different ways you can use your curse. Curse Ground is also good, but I like the immediate curse, which is nice if you're using Rupture to the Soul. The delay on the normal curse kind of sucks. And like I already talked about, Blasphemy is good, but it doesn't give you enough benefit. There's not enough of a big negative resist or something like that. But really, this is kind of 0 button. Like we're strong enough to just kind of clear and run through. Every once in a while, there's a stubborn Bob like this guy. Kill that guy. And I also had this idea, right? Like, why is it? This is my idea. Why is it that minions, caster minions, why do they not move when they attack? When they're casting spells, right? If these minions were moving while they were attacking, like even slow, dude, it would solve so many issues. It would solve body blocking. It would solve them being way in the back. Right? Like, I don't know why they don't let minions just continue moving. Oh, I'm not body, and I'm stunned for some weird ass reason. Okay, so we're a lot tankier too. We just face tanked a bunch of hits. Like that's a change that, man, I think that they should incorporate. Minions moving while attacking. Especially like, all the player classes, they can move while attacking, so why not the minions? It would make it feel so much better, and I think it would actually solve a lot of issues with minion movement and pathing. They wouldn't body block in doorways because they're constantly moving closer and closer. But that's my 2 cents. Someone should tell Gazzy. Maybe they should bring it up. Bring it up to Jonathan for minions. Like, they never thought about that. Because your character moves, why not your minions? It makes perfect sense. Immune to physical damage. Lightning resist. Alright, put that right here. Put down a pain offering. Let these guys do their thing. That is a lot of monsters. Here, let them do their thing. Did I make him too buff? I wonder if I broke it. Did I break it? Did I accidentally hit like immune to damage or something?
Obey me.
No, okay. What's up with this guy? Elemental resistance aura. Oh, okay. Nice. But yeah. Technically, you can kind of one no buttonness and just not press anything, and your skeletons are strong enough to kind of clear everything. The thing is, you have to stay within their range, which is why I have long distance relationship to increase my presence area. I could see a potential upgrade using an Alpha Cal's helm, doubling presence, but one of those helms is 20 divines. Way too much. But you do get 100 extra spirit, and then with the Grand Spectrum jewels, that makes it a lot of extra spirit. You could probably get five more Storm Mages or something. And going from 10 to 15, that's a 50% increase in DPS. And then you could backfill the 2 levels that you're missing from your head with a +1 corrupted skill gem. And also, I could swap out my trench timber. I could swap out the trench timber for a sun splitter. And then I would still have level 32 minions with a ton of spirit. Same DPS, but just 15 instead of 10. Something like that. Some like really high amount. Which would be really good. Pretty fun, but that's a lot of investment. 20 divines. Like, I've never even had one of those drop. Like, I don't even think I've had an Alpha Helm drop in League, in Standard League. After like 400 hours of playing. Ooh, a Valorb, I got one. Here, let me throw in a pain offering because it's a party right now. Hold on. We have too much stuff. We need to throw stuff on the ground. But yeah, you can curse stuff. When Rupture of the Soul goes off like that and it spreads, it's super fun. Just like that. Especially like in a breach that's really stacked. It's a good time. Oh, I can't open that one? And so far, of the mechanic that's been giving me the best stuff, I don't know. I've gotten a divine from each mechanic. I've gotten a divine from a chest. What is that? I've gotten a divine from an essence. Oh no, we're glitched. Hang on. This only happens when I make videos. I haven't gotten a divine or anything good from a Rogue Exile. Rogue Exiles have not given me anything good. These blacksmith boxes, they're not worth anything because it's just giving you gear, but we're gonna open it up. Maybe we'll get like some currency out of it. The one box that I do like is the armor box, because if you get it with superior quality, it'll drop you like 8 items that you can tear down to give you like 20 armor shards or something like that. But yeah, you can see how they take a lot of damage from that chaos box. So if I was to use something that made my minion life go down even half, it would be rough. It would be a noticeable difference. And we can't run specters because they cost too much. But overall mapping with the Storm Mages is pretty good. We're pretty much a Storm Mage mapping build now. with an arrow so often. Jesus, that guy is mean. Boys, help me! Help, Dad! Run away! Okay. What was that? That was like what? 2 rares? 3 rares? And then, you know, there's always lightning spear. You can play with lightning spear. Sapphire charge. Ooh, what is this? 25 cold res. Is that good? It is not good. It doesn't do anything. Grants a power charge on use whenever I get hit by cold damage. Interesting. I wonder if there's a way I could self-ignite and do cold damage to myself to give me infinite power charges as an infernalist. Here, boss time.
You disgrace these sands! You will fall!
Don't forget to slap on a
They shall feast on your flesh!
voltaic mark. Come on, bro, come down. Dead. The one thing that's nice if you have electrocution and neural overload on this guy, or for the mapping build, it actually stuns bosses pretty reliably, pretty well. So there is a use for running. Oh, I can't get that. I feel like there is a pretty good case. This is kind of nice. Man, 540, it's not enough. There's actually a decent reason to have electrocution and neural overload. Thanks for all the support, by the way. Hope you guys are enjoying the game, enjoying the minions. Hopefully we get some good buffs, you know. Hopefully, I really wish they let minions move while attacking. That would be a game changer for your caster, your ranged minions. If they could move while attacking and it was about the same rate as you moving, right, like this, that would be amazing. There would be no more body blocking. There would be literally no more body blocking if they're moving this fast while attacking. Oh my god, that would be... That's the... I feel like that's the answer right there. If not the answer, it's a good, like, segue to the answer. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Peace out.